Hi everyone. In this lesson, we will be combining the effects of H and K. So here's today's focus learning target. Given a quadratic function in vertex form, I will be able to describe the effects of H and K. Previously, we focused on just H or just K, but in this lesson, we will combine the effects of H and K. So we will be focusing on both H and K. So in this lesson, we are focusing on both H and K. Remember, the vertex form of a quadratic function is f of x equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. But today, we're focusing on h and k. We're still ignoring a for now. So the general form for this lesson will look like this. F of x equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. Before we look at examples, let's review what h and k do. What do h and k tell us? So h gives us our horizontal translation. It tells us whether to move to the left or to the right. If h is positive, we move to the right. And if h is negative, we move to the left. And k gives us our vertical translation. If k is positive, we move up. And if k is negative, we move down. So h tells us to go left or right, and k tells us to go up or down. Let's look at some examples where we have both parameters h and k. For our first example, we will describe the transformation of f of x equals x minus 3 quantity squared plus 6. We will compare this with the general form containing h and k. Our general form is f of x equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. And we have an exact match. So let's label h and k. H is replaced by 3, so h equals positive 3. Which means we would move to the right. And k is replaced by 6, so k equals positive 6. We would move up. So we are moving both up and to the right. So let's provide our description. We have a parabola that translates now into two directions. So because h is positive 3, we would move 3 units to the right. And also, because k is positive 6, we would move 6 units up. We would move the parabola in 2 directions. First, we would move 3 units to the right, and then 6 units upwards. Here is the graph on Desmos. Notice that we have moved 3 units to the right and 6 units up. In a previous lesson, we talked about how the vertex is at the point h, k. Notice here the vertex of the new function, the given function, is at the point 3, 6. That's just something to note on the side. For example 2, describe the transformation of g of x equals x minus 2 quantity squared minus 5. Notice that we will probably have to rewrite this given function. Our general form is g of x equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. We do not have an exact match right here, so we need to rewrite the function. So what would this look like? G of x equals x minus 2 quantity squared plus negative 5. Now we can identify h, which in this case is positive 2. So we would move to the right. And also k, which in this case equals negative 5. So we would move down. Again, h gives us our horizontal movement and k gives us our vertical movement. So let's go ahead and now provide a description. We have a parabola that translates into 2 directions. Two units to the right because h is positive, and also 5 units down because k is negative. So we have a parabola that translates 2 units to the right and 5 units down. I graphed this function on Desmos and notice how we moved 2 units to the right and also 5 units downwards. Let's do one more example together. Describe the transformation of the function j of x equals x plus 4 quantity squared minus 6. The general form is j of x equals x minus h quantity squared plus k. So notice in these areas we do not have exact matches, so we need to rewrite the function. We have j of x equals x minus negative 4 quantity squared plus -6. H is replaced by -4, so H equals -4. We would move to the left. And K is replaced by -6, so K equals -6. We would move downwards. So we move down. We have a parabola that will translate into two directions. So a parabola that translates 4 units to the left and 6 units down. We translate to the left because H is negative, and we translate down because K is negative. On Desmos, notice how we have moved 4 units to the left and then also 6 units downwards. Please try this final example on Edpuzzle. Describe the transformation of m of x equals x plus 3 quantity squared plus 8. Be sure to correctly identify h and k. The vertex form of a quadratic function is f of x equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. In this lesson, we still ignored a, but focused on both h and k. H gives you the horizontal translation. It tells you to move left or right. And K gives you the vertical translation. It tells you to move up or down. Great job today, and please remember to submit your notes.